New Orleans, NOLA, or the Big Easy, as I'm referring to it in this video. Home to some of the most iconic matches in 49ers history. We played the Super Bowl against the Ravens there, and we all know how that turned out, unfortunately. Also, just recently, we had a nail biter of a game where George Kittle pretty much stiff armed the whole freaking team to secure our first place in the standings, I think back in 2019. Will this game live up to the hype of some of the most iconic matches I just mentioned? Well, that's yet to be seen. But if you stick around, I'm pretty sure you'll be happy with the result. Welcome back to another Madden 22 gameplay from your host, Demonic Angel. And here we are back at the Caesars Superdome. Like I mentioned in the prologue, some of the best matches in 49ers history against the Saints anyway. I mean, there was also the, what was it called? Sprint left option with Alex Smith took it to the house and another barn burner, but that was back at Candlestick, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, the 49ers and the Saints have been having some epic matches. So when I seen somebody finally pick them, my eyes lit up. Initially, until I started playing the guy and seeing what was going on. His running attack, as I mentioned in my last Back to the Lobby series, I need consistent run defense, and I clearly did not have it in this match. This guy also was really good with his personnel switching. He'd throw Taysom Hill in there and run the ball, and I wasn't paying attention to who was quarterback. Like, he got Jameis Winston there now. We get weak boxed. Everybody's like, what's going on here? Good offensive drive by him. Like I said, it's always going to be some tough matches between these two teams. Saints always had excellent defense, good offense. Just because, what's his name? Drew Brees isn't there anymore. It doesn't mean that the team is in shambles. And I think even this year with a new coach, I think just the culture down has been set. Like, the team's been good for so long that they just consistently know how to win. And I don't think that left when Sean Payton left out. But clearly, we're not having the best start at all. He just ran the ball down our throats, literally. I threw an interception, super quick in the first drive, and here he is back to running the ball on us. He's mixing it up really well with Alvin Kamara. Thankfully, he don't have breakaway speed because he probably would have had about 400 yards rushing against me. He was giving the ball to him. He switched and throw Mark Ingram in there. Knocked the soccer rings out my boy again. Like, what's going on, man? We can't stop anything. Look, he throws Taysom Hill in there, runs with him. Truck stick, just nasty. I wasn't even paying attention nor expecting that to happen. Okay, we starting to show a little heart right now. Mark Ingram, sit your behind down. You ain't gonna be getting in there too easy. You're not doing quarterback sneak on me. That's not happening. You gotta come up with something a little bit more creative. Give me that. Because you want to be stupid, you gotta be more creative than a quarterback sneak trying to run the ball on you. No, that does not work. When I first started editing this video, I put that last clip in and I had the garbage explosion, and I'm like, man, I really want to do something more to this. So it actually took a very long time for me to figure out how to change the explosion and put an actual one there, which he was able to just see by using green screen. Peter Griffin let him know. I sure was, man. That should have been my pick. I just got on it a little too late. But this was one of the videos that I had started a while ago, and I was just like, I wasn't happy with the production, how I was coming along with it. I knew what I wanted to do, but I just didn't know how to do the things that I wanted. So I had to go do some research, figure some things out, and here's the finished product. Another reason why I mentioned that, here we are, rocking and rolling again. Boy throwing pick after pick. Another reason I mentioned that clip is because the music that I had attached to that actual 99-yard pass does not coincide with the music that's playing now, nor the music that was in the opening scene. And that's because I was just really impressed with what I did, so I just left it. And I didn't have the whole idea about using this type of music for this particular video because it's different. It's like, who the hell wants to hear Speakeasy Mambo? I do. So that's why I threw it in there. Truthfully, the music I picked actually is some type of music you would hear in New Orleans. So I think it's a little risky, to put this type of music in a video. But hey, who would I be if I didn't take risks? As we rock and roll again. And speaking of taking risks, let's use that to segue into another topic briefly. Me and my YouTube career. I know, it's me talking about YouTube again. But hey, you watching it on YouTube, right? So why not? Anyway, a friend of mine was pretty adamant about offering advice that I honestly didn't ask for on my page. And, the conversation didn't go as well as I'm pretty sure he would have liked it to go. Because I have a vision of what I want this to be. This whole journey that I'm on, making videos and spending all this time doing this stuff, it's for my fulfillment and for me to do it the way I want to. I mean, after all, it is kind of my channel, you know what I'm saying? Like, Monica Angel is the name up here. Not saying I'm opposed to advice or anything like that, or criticism, because I definitely can take and should take both, as any mature person would. But when a person like me is dead set on doing something a certain way, there's no changing it. Like, it's no reason even getting yourself worked up trying to change it, because this is what I want. And if it doesn't go the way that others may think it should, that's fine, because it's going the way I want, and I'm pretty happy with the result. I like how I'm growing, slowly but steady. I like to see the maturation and the growth. Also, I like to see the hard work being put in and what it turns into, because I could actually just record gameplay, and afterwards it's like, what am I going to do with it? Am I going to change it? Am I going to put some memes into it now? Am I going to use green screens? Am I using special effects? Am I using sound effects? Am I using the stock stuff? Am I putting my own music to things? It's a whole journey, and it's so fun, and I love to see it. I don't want to shortchange myself by taking shortcuts or doing something that I don't want to do. And what I mean by that is, one of the things that he suggested that I do would be to play MUT. I particularly don't like the game mode of MUT, Madden Ultimate Team. I like playing online regular matches because I like the regular teams. I'm a big 49er fan, and I don't want to play with any other team, which is why I don't pick any other team. But I also feel like MUT is a little bit superficial, even though Madden is a video game anyway. He's not going to get like super simulation anyway, but I think it's a little superficial because everyone has abilities, and it's like you got superstars all over the field, which is fine. I'm not against it. It's just not for me. It's not a game mode that I enjoy playing. So I stick to this. But what I am going to do, and I think this would be something profitable moving forward in terms of garnering more views and more subscribers and things of that nature, is doing more tutorials. Well, doing tutorials, I won't even say more because I haven't done them in the first place. But doing tutorials, doing ebooks, as I mentioned in another video. And I'm just waiting for 23 to come. When that comes, the content will be non-stop, be better quality in terms of visually. Audibly, it'll be better quality because I won't be using this little Price is Right mic that I'm using right now. This thing is so tiny. Oh my God, I just realized this is where that mic came from. But yeah, definitely got to step up the equipment, and I'm just looking forward to it, man. I'm loving all the work that I got saved so far and what I'm doing with that, the ideas that I'm coming up with as I'm like as I'm implementing these new ideas into the videos. Like, I got one coming up against I was clearing out sorry. This was just too funny. That boy got demolished. He was tore up. But there's one that I'm really looking forward to putting out. I got this pretty unique intro that I came up with. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll tell you, it's against a team called the London Monarchs, which I was in an online franchise, and whoever was the user of the Monarchs, they were the Dallas Cowboys, but they, it was like later in the franchise's life, so he was able to, move the location and change it to London. So being that it was the London Monarchs against the New York Jets that I had, I came up with a theme and asked some questions about some dialogue and some verbiage that I can use to put in the videos to make it fit the theme. I think if it comes out the way I want it to, everyone's going to be pretty impressed with that one as well. But as you see, here we are in overtime. I stop old boy, make him throw a pick, and now we got the ball in the red zone after the dot to Kittle on the right sideline, and the game is pretty much over. Went to overtime, good game by him because he definitely closed the gap. We didn't score too many points, but it was enough to keep it competitive and for us to go to overtime. And I'm like, I just caught an interception. I'm now about to throw one in the red zone. Let's see if we get in here. Nope. Mario Davis, excellent linebacker, finishes it off. And here you have it. I'm taking my 3. He didn't have his chance already. He screwed it up. Too bad, buddy. Good game by him. Agent 504. I'm assuming he's from New Orleans, NOLA, the Big Easy. Not just a fan. Look at George Kittle smacking cheeks, man. Knock it off, bro. That was one thing I hated about football. But anyway, man, I'm glad everyone made it to the end of the video. Check out one of these over here. I'm going to put a playlist up, and you can hit the middle button to subscribe. And then on the other side, I'm going to put another video that I'm going to recommend for you guys. Enjoy. Thanks for the support.